is Zoe Friedland, and this is a story I wrote. It's called The Seed. Hail poured down so hard it cracked the asphalt. Huge gales of wind rocked the trees. Lightning shot across the sky, so bright it blinded your eyes. It stabbed at the tallest building, and with a huge crash, the building smashed into millions of pieces. Thunder roared so loudly it shook the few buildings standing and knocked down the remaining trees. A small brown seed sprouted under a concrete street. It strained and strained to push that concrete out of its way, but to no avail. Hours passed, but the little seed didn't give up. The sprout pushed harder, but the concrete didn't even budge an inch. Yet the sprout didn't give up. It pushed and pushed. Then the hard concrete began to crack, and a tiny gap opened up, but not nearly big enough for the tiny sprout to fit through. The seed pushed more, though, and the gap grew bigger. A huge truck with big black tires covered in dirt over that concrete and smoothed it right down, closing that little crack up. The seed tried again and pushed hard enough to create that crack, that tiny little crack again. The seed was just pushing its first leaf through that crack when the wind blew a pile of cigarette butts, old tin cans, plastic wrappers, and chucked a pail onto that seed, burying it alive. Most other seeds would have given up now, but this seed didn't even think about giving up. It just kept pushing, and whenever something got in its way, it only pushed harder. Hours later, that seed overcame the strong concrete and managed to sprout. Its fresh green stem uncurled despite the harsh weather. Its deep green leaves stretched toward the sky. They glistened in the silvery moonlight. The droplets of melted hail that rested peacefully on the sprout's leaves sparkled brighter than the lightning that flashed across the seemingly endless sky. The sprout was bursting with joy and happiness, even though it was surrounded by chaos and havoc. Everyone was in complete despair with that little sprout. It did the impossible. It found happiness in the world of misery. A little girl stood on the street, crying over her spilled ice cream. When she spotted the sprout, her mind cleared. Her frown smiled. She somehow knew where to find happiness in the world of misery. She forgot about her ice cream and began to splash happily in puddles, laughing. A homeless old man was sitting on a bench with his cane in hand, unhappily regretting his choices. Then he saw the sprout and stopped regretting, and he began to enjoy sitting on that bench. He learned to love the cool hail raining down. A huge smile erupted on his aged, wrinkle-covered face. This sprout just stretched toward the sky, making everyone happy. It was the key to unlocking the door to happiness. Everyone found happiness when that magical seed sprouted. The world brightened, the hail stopped, the sun rose in an explosion of colors, all because of that magical seed.